What's up, everybody? So, week before Christmas, I got a lot of cooking going on. Today's Saturday. Tomorrow is Sunday family dinner, so Liz and I won't be cooking. So, tonight I decided I was going to make something. So I'm going to start with like a cheesy pull-apart garlic bread, and we have some Italian sausage with broccoli rabe in it. I mean, that's pretty much the dinner for tonight. Quick, simple, easy. So it's easy to follow along if you guys want to try it. Good recipe. So, stay tuned. Alright, excuse the mess, but what I got going on in here, this is going to be the garlic butter deal for the cheesy pull-apart bread. So I took one large clove of elephant garlic, chopped it up, took some basil, parsley, and what else? Some chive, or scallion, whatever you want to call it. Chopped all that up, put a little olive oil in the pan. I'm just letting it heat up. That way I can tell when it's done because you can smell it in the house. It's gonna be a little difficult because Mom's making that right now. And also, we're going to try and debone a whole pheasant. I went hunting this morning and I got one. So, coming up with more and more ways to use pheasant. And then Christmas Day, Liz's brother and I are going to be going to a hunting preserve for pheasant. So, we're going to have a lot of pheasant on our hands. Alright, this is up to temperature right about where I want it to be. So, put in one stick of butter. Put in one stick, and then I'm using some kosher salt because this is unsalted butter. Add some of that in there. Help make it a little more savory in taste. Once that melts down, I'm going to add the second stick of butter because it's a big loaf of bread I'm doing. So I'll let you guys know when it's all done. Alright, so while all of that butter and basil and the garlic and all that's melting together and exchanging good flavors, I am going to be using this loaf for the pull-apart bread. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it one way and I'm going to cut it the other way so it's a bunch of X's. And when after I finish cutting this up, I'll show you guys what it looks like. It's a little difficult for me to videotape while doing today. Liz had to run out to get a few more gifts for my niece. So, I'll show you what it looks like. So here's how it looks when it's all done and fully cut up. And you want to go make it look like a huge X. You got to do it with a harder crust bread. You do it with a soft bread, you're just going to end up flattening it. So, but what's going to end up happening is the butter mixture is going to go in between each of these. Alright. Then we have some fresh smoked mozzarella, and I'm going to cut it up and put it in this side, working all the way across. Then it gets baked for a little bit, and then it's ready to be eaten. And all you do is you just grab a square, pull it out, and with what's left of it, I have a pretty good idea of what I'm going to do with that. But more on that later. Eggnog break. Get over there.
Brian, I'm not really dressed to do this.
What do you got going on?
It's apples, fresh apples,
Mm-hmm.
with cranberries, fresh cranberries, and blueberries, with a little bit of sugar and a little bit of water. And it's going to be a compote for tomorrow's Sunday family dinner.
Now, what is a compote?
A combination of different kinds of fruit together.
Because it almost sounds like compost. So I just want to make sure there's a distinction.
Yeah, it's not even close to compost,
Okay. So right now, there's the butter all melted up. I got it on low heat. And let everything finish melding together.
Somebody's here.
And I wish YouTube had smell-o-vision option. This is fresh smoked mozzarella. It smells delicious. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grate it up. And then, after the butter finishes, I'm going to put it in the bread. and it's gonna come out delicious. Alright, so now the next step is you're gonna take the bread, make like a aluminum foil bowl. And there's 2 reasons for this. 1, because it's gonna help it better when it bakes, and 2, when you add this lovely garlic, butter, chive, basil, parsley to it, it doesn't go all over the counter. So less cleanup for you. And I know Mom loves that.
Yeah.
Alright, so like I said, you're gonna pull it apart from each slice and then just get all that in there. Got a big one right here. Just put all that in there. And do that till the whole thing's done. Then the leftover mixture you're going to put right on top. And then cheese will get added later. Alright, so now I got all the butter in there. I'm finishing putting on the last of the cheese. I'm using mozzarella because when it heats up, it distributes evenly. So it's going to actually get into every nook and cranny of this. The next step, cover it with aluminum foil. I'm actually going to use 2 pieces of aluminum foil. So that way it'll be easier to get it all off and don't have to worry about the mozzarella sticking to the aluminum foil. How many times did I say aluminum foil on that one? 3? 4?
We'll go with 4.
Okay. So anyway, last piece of aluminum foil.
5.
Alright. Then I've been preheating the oven.
At what time?
I have it preset to 375. So I'm letting it heat up. It doesn't have to stay in there long at all. And mainly all this is just make sure it evenly heats. So in the oven it goes.
Oh, the little oven.
Yep.
Efficient.
And then 15-20 minutes should be done. Alright, so that's the finished product, and then I'm just going to pour the rest of this over top.
It looks so good.
Get all that garlic and all that stuff over it. Alright, now we got to let that rest for a minute, and then I'll be ready to start picking.
There you go.
I don't know about you guys, but this looks delicious. You can see it is some cheesy pull-apart garlic bread. So,
I am super excited.
take a little piece.
Ah, hang on.
I was good.
Mm.
Alright, and because my sister is being the camera operator.
Yay! Alright, ready? I'm so excited.
It's so good, she's even starting to turn Italian. She's talking with her hands.
It just melts in your mouth.
Good. As I promised. Quick, simple, easy dinner. Just no sides, nothing real special. You just cut up your sausage and then you pick apart the bread. Quick, simple, easy dinner. It probably only took me 45 minutes. So, alright guys, that's it for this week's Sunday Funday. Well, see you guys next time. What's up guys? So I need to make a few distinctions here. I know I didn't record me cooking the sausage, but get a pan hot, cooking spray on it, and just cook them till they're done. One of the other things I did to it too is I put a balsamic glaze over it. I really like doing that. Adds a nice sweet, acidic taste. So it ends up being pretty good. And I made a mistake. It's not Christmas Day. We're going pheasant hunting. It's actually Christmas Eve morning. So the remaining bits of bread, I'm actually going to use that to make a stuffing with for some of the pheasant we're going to get. And I'll make another video when we debone a pheasant, just so we have it. and show you guys it's actually pretty easy. Now, again, I'm speaking from never having done it before, but from everything I've seen from Scott Ray project, watching him do everything, it seems pretty easy. So I'll let you guys know, and keep an eye out for next week's, and well, have fun, enjoy yourselves.